I don't know what to say. Should I apologize? I don't know. I don't know what I'd be apologizing for. I won my fight. I won it fairly. I don't know what came over me, though. As I said before, I never wanted you to see that side of me again. Hell, I never thought you'd see it the first time, nor the second. I don't know what happened back there. For some reason, when I looked at him, everything went red. I think that you and I should reconsider what we're planning to do. What do you think I'm talking about? I don't think you should stay with me. I don't think you should help me. I think once we both have our licenses, we should go our separate ways. Just listen to me for a moment. I know what happened back there. I think that it was because of your fight. Your first fight. I think that it was because of what happened that I did that. I never thought I was capable of something like that. After watching Hisoka fight, seeing him kill so many people, I never thought I'd be able to stand a chance against him. For a while, I thought he'd win the fight. But then, that flick of his wrist, that's what he did, right before he did this to you. I think that's when my vision went dark. And then it burned bright red. Scarlet. I could hear him. He was struggling, wasn't he? I couldn't see anything. I couldn't even feel whatever I was doing to him. I could only hear what was happening. But then, as that scarlet began to fade, I began to feel my fingers wrapped around his throat. When my vision finally came back to me, I was staring him in the eyes, choking him, and he wasn't breathing. I heard Leorio and Killua. They were yelling at me to stop. They were yelling at me, saying that he'd already surrendered. People had tried to push me off, apparently. But I wouldn't let go of him. I think my fear has become a reality. The love I feel for you. It's becoming something evil. The hatred inside of me, it isn't allowing the love I feel to remain untainted. I think we need to go our separate ways. For your safety, and for the safety of everyone around you. I know what I said. I know what I offered you. I know what I had planned. I know. And I know you think that you'll be safe. You think that I'm not gonna hurt anyone else. No one who doesn't deserve it, that is. But the thing is, I don't know how far I'll go with this. I don't know how much of a monster I'm going to become as a result of this. I've never experienced anything like that. Sure, anger has made me do some reckless, scary things. Hatred has done the same. Agony, grief, all the same. But I expected it. I know exactly how far I'm willing to go with that. But love? I never thought that I'd be driven to attempted murder purely out of love. I can't do this. I won't do this. That isn't fair to you. And I know that it isn't fair to you either way. But this is going to spare the most people. This is the safest option for you. After we get our licenses, we'll go our separate ways and we'll never hear from each other again, okay? Look, I don't like it either, okay? I never said I did. Stop acting like this is easy for me. You saw what I did to Hisoka. All because he beat you up a little. It's what he does. He could have easily killed you. But instead, he merely wounded you. He could have done so much worse. He broke your leg. And that's it. That's all it took for you to surrender. But he could have done so much worse that first blow. So trust me. I don't think it's a good idea for you to be around me. He held back. I could tell. He didn't want to hurt you, but he knew that he had to. And still, my reaction was to try to kill him. If that's my reaction to someone doing everything they can to avoid hurting you, I don't know what will happen if someone hurts you by mistake. Think about it. Killua, he's always messing around with that skateboard of his. Gon tried it and he nearly took someone's head off. And Leorio? He's an accident waiting to happen. If one of them were to hurt you, I know it would be an accident. They would never hurt you intentionally unless it was somehow to help you. For instance, when Leorio set your bone. That was painful to listen to, but I managed to get through it. And I'm happy you did too. But if he hurt you when it was unnecessary, I don't know what I'd do. I could very well kill him. And what would you think of me then? would you still love me? Would you still look at me like I'm all you care about? Would you still look at me like I was some fragile, broken boy with a tragic past? Or would you look at me like I was the monster who killed your friend purely because my love drove me insane? You and I both know that you're lying. You wouldn't look at me the same way. I'm broken. I'm broken, and I can't be fixed. I'm fragile. My sanity, it's hanging on by a thread. And I don't know how much longer it will be before the thread snaps. I am fragile. I am broken. I'm shattered glass. I seem beautiful. I seem innocent. You once used me to hold flowers, to remind you that love still exists in this world. But I'm broken. I lie scattered in little pieces across the floor. And you need to back away before you cut yourself. All right? I know. I know you don't want to do this. So fortunately for you, I won't force you to make that choice. I'll do it for the both of us. Henceforth, I refuse to speak to you on any matter other than business. And even then, I will only speak to you in short, perhaps even incomplete sentences. Henceforth, I reject my own feelings for you. Henceforth, I no longer love you. Henceforth, I hope to never see you again. Henceforth, if you cross my path, I'll remind myself of the tattoo on your side. The one I saw when you shifted in your sleep, and your shirt hiked up just a little too high. Henceforth, if I see you again, even if it's just in a picture, I will remind myself of that tattoo. And I'll kill you with my bare hands. Do you understand me? Why am I doing this? Because it's better to be killed out of hatred than out of love, don't you think? I know you don't think I'd do that. But look at what I did to the man who beat you in a fair fight. Look at what I am willing to do to someone who hurt you to help you. Yes, these are Leorio's glasses. I shattered them because I couldn't stand the amount of pain he had caused you. This was all I managed to do. But if he'd continued, if there hadn't been others around, he'd be dead. So would Hisoka. So if I stay around you, what the hell do you think is going to happen to you?